Yo, what's up, guys? Laced Up back with another episode. We are here with
a
Mike
mic.
Kuzma.
Okay, there's two mics actually. Yeah, and a coop. What's up, guys?
Maybe around episode 100 we'll get it.
Yeah. No. I've gotten some comments that we have by far the greatest and cleanest intro in all of podcasting. As a matter of fact, can we roll that intro?
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Laced Up podcast.
Are we being trolled right now, Mike? What the fuck?
Can I walk off right now?
Put that on a poster. Whoa! Now it's just an all-star game right now.
You're such a bully!
You don't deserve LeBron James, all right? It's insane.
And you deserve exactly what happened to Chicago over the past decade.
So how'd you and your ex-girlfriend break up?
Bro!
Kidding.
Was it because you were bad at basketball?
Yeah.
Yes!
From Zion, a trailer in the one-handed flush.
I will lie to you and smack you. Yo, what the hell?
I get called out for my fandom. I get called a schmuck. So guys, at the time we're recording this video, my Lakers have yet to win a game this entire season. So I think it's only customary that you guys bag on me for, I don't know, us being winless.
Quickly, I do want to say before we jump into that we are doing a challenge where we predict the standings for the entire season and all of the awards and all that stuff. We're doing that later in the pod, and we want you guys to pick the forfeit for whoever comes in last, whoever has the worst predictions. So stick around for that. But yeah, the Los Angeles Lakers took a big L last night, and Russell Westbrook, I feel like, I don't know. He at times was seeming, it felt like he was deferring to LeBron basically at all times during that game. I mean, as a Lakers fan, Mike, how did you feel?
It wasn't anything that I wasn't expecting. Like I've said this over and over again since the moment we traded for him. Even before we traded for him, I said that fit-wise, it's a little bit weird, and it's going to take some work to make this thing work between him, Bron, and AD. Obviously, Anthony Davis and LeBron James had great games. Russell Westbrook, not as much, but it's kind of a red flag if you score 30 points between two stars and still lose to the Golden State Warriors. So I think Russell Westbrook just has to get comfortable. It's kind of concerning because they've had these issues in preseason, and it's an issue that we all saw coming in the offseason as well. I hope that he could turn it around. I don't know. Coop, what do you think, man? Back me up here. I'm trying to be optimistic.
I go to bat for this guy like every time, some Westbrook stuff comes up. I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be good in Los Angeles, but I think it's going to take some time, like you said, and I think it's going to take some work from the coaching staff. Deandre Jordan should not be starting in 2021. I know he only played 13 minutes, so it's more or less, like he's just in there to fill a spot. But still, I'm not a Deandre Jordan guy in 2021, and I would love to see the Lakers take advantage of Westbrook's size and run AD at the 5, give him some space, let him go to work on smaller guards if they are going to guard Russell Westbrook with smaller guards.
You know what I would really like to see? I would like to never see a lineup that contains Rajon Rondo and Russell Westbrook, like in one rotation, ever again in the rest of my life. Like, I don't understand what came over our coach's head for that. I don't get the rationale. I don't know, Coop. You played legitimate. You played organized basketball. Is there something I'm not seeing here?
I think that's more of a necessity thing. I think the Lakers are just kind of banged up right now, so that had to do with that lineup. But also, I agree, it's not a great idea. But
Yeah, I mean, well, if you look at the box score, Rondo ends up with 20 minutes. You got Malik Monk with 19. I guess if Taylor and Horton Tucker is playing, maybe you don't get those Rondo and Westbrook lineups, but they definitely were awkward and didn't work at all. It definitely did not seem, honestly, like the Lakers, they definitely feel like they're going to be going through a lot of growing pains. as this roster, works to get chemistry together, of course, there are a ton of new pieces.
Also, guys, while you're here, this podcast, Laced Up, is also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It would be awesome if you could go check us out there, follow us there, and leave us a review.
Yeah, so guys, we are capping off the giveaway to the first 40,000 subscribers that turn on our notifications for the Laced Up podcast. All you have to do to enter for a chance to win a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X is subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you want to do us a favor, leave a like on the pod and let me know in the comment section down below when it's done. You'll enter for a chance to win a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X.
There were a ton of new pieces with the Golden State Warriors, guys like Bielitsa and Otto Porter Jr. and stuff. I really liked Bielitsa. I really liked what I saw from him. It looked like, he fit right into the Warriors system. Like, I thought he was awesome off the bench. It looked like Iggy had some spring in his step at times, which I love to see. But honestly, going back to what you said about DeAndre Jordan, I really hated that the Lakers started DeAndre Jordan more than the fact that he, is kind of washed at this point. Why is he starting in this season? But going further than that, like, we've been hearing again headed into this season, as we've been hearing for years now, that Anthony Davis is going to be playing way more five. Anthony Davis, this is finally the season that he's playing center, and that's how it's going to work. And to start the season off by starting DeAndre Jordan, of all players, at the center position and having Anthony Davis start at the 4, I just didn't like that for the long term for the Lakers. I felt like it could have sent a nice, strong message that AD was going to be playing the 5 by starting him at the 5, but, it didn't happen.
There's always some sort of narrative in regards to Anthony Davis in the beginning of the season. It's either something like LeBron saying, "This is your team," or something along the lines of Anthony Davis is going to switch to more 4 this year or play more 5. It's always, I read something like that each and every season. About Bielitsa, there was this one point where I went to the restroom, I come back, I look at my TV, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? David Lee on the Golden State Warriors? Like, was it just me that thought that, or did you guys see that too? Like, they look really similar.
He looks more like Gallinari to me. But
I will say
from a body standpoint,
I'll say reading post-game discussions on NBA Reddit and stuff like that, a lot of people had that thought that they were like, oh wow, David Lee is suddenly back out there. And I think that, says a lot to just how Bielitsa fits the system. I think, he really is a perfect fit. He stepped right in there. And the Warriors, man, they looked like a problem. I really, there was during the offseason, it was, should they go all in for the future? Should they trade their draft picks? Should they trade James Wiseman? Look for a guy. It just looked like, that guy wasn't out there. There wasn't really a trade package to be had. But I'm really excited to watch this team with those pieces and with, Wiseman still coming back, with Kuminga. I don't know. What do you guys think about the Warriors going forward? Because I was really impressed.
I love what I saw from Jordan Poole. That guy's going to be big all season. I think some people are going to be shocked with how high I have the Warriors when we do our rankings. Poole looked amazing. And like you said with Bielitsa, how do you say his name? I don't want to butcher his name.
Bielitsa.
Bielitsa.
Or you could piss off people and you could say Bajelica.
I'm going to just call him... I was about to say I'm going to call him Big B, but that's disrespectful. I'm going to just call him...
Yeah.
I
pulled it up. Don't worry, Coop. I pulled this... Right before we started talking about him, I pulled it up on Basketball Reference because they have every player's last name. And
that's a good idea, actually.
I pulled it up real quick. It says Bielitsa, yeah.
Yo, he was a plus 20. I think he's going to eat heavily into Looney's minutes. I don't think Looney should be a starter either. I'm honestly not sure what Looney is good at, and this is coming from a guy that used to really like Kevon Looney. I think that the versatility of Bielitsa is just off the charts, and like you said, it just adds to what the Warriors want to do and how they play basketball.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't see this coming from, I kind of saw it coming from Jordan Poole, but up until now, at the time we're recording this, Jordan Poole is averaging an obscene 20 points per game, off of 44% shooting and 36% from three, which is up 8 points from last year. Like, especially once Klay Thompson comes back, I really am kind of nervous as a guy that is a fan like of the Lakers and will have to go through the Warriors a couple times. Oh, well, significantly more than a couple times, of the depth of the Golden State Warriors. They didn't even really play Moses Moody that much last night.
Yeah, they didn't really play Otto Porter too much either, which I like Otto, you know, and they were so deep they could afford to cut Avery Bradley, who I think is going to be a key contributor to the Los Angeles Lakers this season.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, man. A lot of people are just sleeping on the Warriors because they didn't really have the greatest season last year. But man, they get Klay back. They're gonna get James Wiseman back, of course. Like I'm not expecting a huge step from him, but man, this team's gonna be very scary, and definitely not a team that you should sleep on. Did you guys see what? Did you guys see what Kyle Kuzma posted onto a story?
Yeah.
The Lakers are 0-7 with Kyle Kuzma with the like little hand on your chin emoji. And Kuzma like posted it onto a story. And
did anybody fact check that?
He just means during the preseason and during this season so far.
Oh,
because,
okay.
All,
oh my God. What?
I would like to point out though, yes, that was savage. You know, I mean, there's definitely some shots, but why are the Lakers? Why did they play 6 preseason games and like other teams played? Like the Bulls played 4. Why is the NBA not
Lakers,
balanced,
bro?
Like, what
I didn't know he was counting.
You guys get more warm-up games than everyone else.
Yeah, man. Come on.
We're
the NBA's featured attraction, man. Come on.
Featured
break.
attraction.
Stupid.
I didn't know he was
man.
counting the preseason. Are you kidding me? I thought he was like talking about like injury games or something. He's counting the preseason.
The Warriors are now technically undefeated still with the preseason because they went 5-0 in the preseason.
Wow, so
the Lakers went 0-6 in the preseason, and now they both are 1-0-1. So
Bielitsa has to let one of those fly for the Warriors, but like the inverse way.
So if Kyle,
right.
So if Kyle Kuzma's counting the preseason, does that Jalen Green crossover on him count? Like,
all right, we get it. You're mad.
I'm not mad. I'm just little tongue in cheek action.
Little tongue in cheek action.
Lakers fans have yet to walk off the court with a win in the 2022 season.
No. We got a huge win last night when we got Jason Tatum putting on Kobe Bryant's jersey and doing recreating Dwayne Wade's shot.
Well, before we completely move past the Lakers, I just want to say LeBron James still look like LeBron James. It might be a really dumb thing to say, but he's looked, I don't want to say as good as I've seen him, but he looks ready to have a major season.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, which to me is even though more concerning though, because I mean, take a look at this box score. Like Anthony Davis shot 15 for 26, like with 11 rebounds. It's a monster game, 33 points. LeBron 13 for 23, 5 for 11 from 3, like great game, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 34 points. They lose. Steph Curry, you look on the opposite side, 5 for 21, 2 for 8 shooting. Yeah, he had 10 rebounds and 10 assists for I think it was his 8th triple-double ever, but I mean, not the best shooting game from Steph, and the Warriors still pull it out. So definitely a lot of question marks with the Lakers. I mean, but LeBron in the beginning of the game when he was just draining every shot, it was like, this is just nuts.
I mean, I think the rest for the Lakers was very crucial. I point to a lot of factors as to why the Lakers didn't make it to the NBA Finals or just didn't, have a successful playoff run last year. And a huge reason was the quick turnaround from the 2019 to 2020 NBA Finals all the way to the first game of the regular season. And I feel like the extended rest for LeBron and the Lakers was huge this year. And as a result, you're kind of seeing it pay off a little bit.
Yeah. Pay off with that 0-1. Yeah. they literally go 0-7, lose their first game, but we got that rest, baby. Like
we just need Jason Tatum to come here already, and we'll be good, man. Like,
yeah, okay. I mean, waiting.
I just wanted to address this real quick. Like, whose idea was that? Like, I know Jason Tatum's a huge Kobe fan, but like, the internet is just like gonna take this and run away with it.
I mean,
are they not?
Damian Lillard had one too with Michael Jordan.
Really?
Yeah. It looked pretty. It was pretty cool, man. I like the idea.
So pretty much, they recorded Jason Tatum like celebrating NBA 75, and they put him in a Kobe Bryant jersey and had him recreate Kobe Bryant's game winner over D Wade. It's a cute idea.
Oh my! Don't call it cute.
I mean, I don't know. Like something about seeing Tatum in Kobe's jersey kind of makes me feel like a little weird. But I mean, it's a cool idea, I suppose. Maybe if he was a Laker and he was wearing his if he was a Laker and he was wearing his own jersey, but like wearing a different team's jersey, like with all due respect, Jason Tatum's a great player, and I know he looks up to Kobe Bryant and loves Kobe Bryant. But I think it's just a weird concept because he means nothing to Laker history. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's a cool
I know.
concept.
I definitely know what you mean. I feel like, I mean, I don't know who's to say, but maybe if the Lakers did have more of like a rising star, then they would have done. I don't know. I'm with you though. It's cool, but I get why you could think it was weird.
I get why Tatum was the choice too, though. At the same time, I mean, yeah, I do understand why you think it would be.
But wouldn't they choose Book?
Yeah, like
isn't he the most associated with Kobe? I would think
Devin Booker and Jason Tatum for sure. But the thing is, like, Jason Tatum plays for like the Lakers' rival. You know,
maybe Book said no.
Rival.
Yeah, right. They're arch rival.
Like, yeah, it just looks weird to like put on your like rival's jersey, and you know, like especially like seeing the number 24. Like, I only want to see one man in the number 24 Laker jersey, and that's Kobe Bryant.
Well, Magic did it right with Larry Bird. I'm almost positive Magic Johnson Celtic jersey. I'm typing it in right now. I think for Bird's retirement, Celtic shirt. Yeah, that was for. Yeah. Yep, you could look at the picture. But that's like, you know, that's definitely a different scenario. I'm interested to see where they go with the whole campaign, though, because you know what? Like, this is like the beginning of, you know, what looks to be some kind of long running campaign for the 75th, you know, season. Like
Tyler Hero recreating Ray Allen's 2013 corner three. That makes a lot of sense to me. You have like 2 3-point shooters, you know, in the corner. That's a shot Tyler Hero could potentially hit in his career. We don't know. Like, obviously, they're not in the same ballpark in terms of greatness. No, I'm saying that's just an idea. It's like they play for the same
maybe
team.
A better shooter than Hero, but I see where you're coming from.
Get Duncan in there.
Yeah. So, did you...
Yeah, interesting. I don't know. Yeah, so, I mean, if you guys are watching the pod and you don't know, the official report today, top post of Reddit, is Zion has reached north of 300 pounds this offseason, sources said. When he joined the team's recent preseason trip, league personnel were struck by his heavier appearance than his playing weight last season of 284 pounds. And we've seen, you know, everything at this point. We've seen the commercial, you know, the press conference pictures. I think someone posted a side-by-side of him when he was a rookie compared to now. It's not looking great. So, yeah, I'll hand the mic over to Coop here because
you know what, Kuzma, you were absolutely right. When I had brought it up to you guys before this whole thing leaked, I wish we all had dropped videos on it. I just didn't think it would be out this soon, and I honestly didn't know if it would become public knowledge, but I guess in today's NBA, like, everything has a way of getting out.
I'll say we got hate for titling the podcast, you know, like something about Zion being fat. And I feel like a lot of people were maybe in denial or thinking that we were stretching the truth, when in reality, I mean, we were just, you know, we're right with the story here. Like, this is not good. having a player who has an Zion's type of body, who is around 6'7" but explosive and plays his game in the air, and plays physical, have a foot injury and a weight problem. That is a recipe for a disaster, to be perfectly honest.
I want to give a shout out to Coop, by the way, man. I thought I've never got like a source like that before, and the fact that like you kept it to your chest and waited for it to come out and you gave us like a little heads up, I think it's really freaking cool, bro. So congrats to you. But dude, I could have never imagined. Like, have you gone back and watched Duke highlights of Zion? It's insanity. Yeah. Like, you see so this like,
bro.
Yeah, like he looks like this cut up monster, just like uber athletic beast. And the signs were there, like originally with him like blowing through his shoe. Okay, whatever. He's too much of an animal, can't be contained in his shoe, even though Nike's stock kind of took a hit from that. Then he misses Summer League. That viral picture of him at Summer League, sitting down, the red polo goes live. And then he misses like 6 months in his rookie season. And there's like warnings about weight gain, but people are saying, hey, it's not that big of a deal. And then he comes back and dominates, but breaks his foot. Like, I feel like...
So, question. How much of this do you guys think is on Zion Williamson, and how much do you think it is on the Pelicans franchise?
It's 100% on Zion. Every single morning that I have woken up since I went from being fat to then losing weight and then to regaining my fat, that's been on me. So you can't take the freaking gaining weight and add it to the New Orleans Pelicans staff. Like, sure, okay, maybe training staffs can misdiagnose an injury, or they could not, provide the proper rehab. But telling Zion to put down a box of donuts, like, you can't exactly do that. You can't be in this man's house at 1 a.m. telling him don't eat.
I actually think at one point they were supposed to send like a trainer or a physician to Zion's to just like, I don't want to say stay with Zion, but kind of monitor Zion's weight. I don't know what happened with that whole thing.
Well, that's the whole point. It's like, if you don't want him, like, that's the whole thing. It's like the inner motivation, like you could get a trainer for the gym and you could go sign up for the gym and all of that. But if you don't want to actually go and do it, then it's never going to happen.
I do 100% agree with that. But at the same time, I just hope the Pelicans aren't babying him. Because things like this have to be taken seriously.
Yeah, someone has to say something.
Yeah, like, somebody has to step in, and if they're not doing that, then I think they shoulder maybe even a little bit of the blame.
So there's a Charles Barkley parallel here, where Chuck, as you know, Charles Barkley, famously one of those kind of guys whose weight would fluctuate, famously ordered 2 large pizzas every single night when he was playing at Auburn, and ate 2 large pepperoni pizzas a night. Just insane, but whatever.
Holy, whoa,
yeah. No,
yo, 2,
and he would just call and be like, it's Chuck, and they would just deliver it. Like, he had a network, he had a pizza place where he was just first name, it's Chuck, and just hang out in the
Chuck.
pizzas with Chuck. And he'd eat them both. He ate them both, man.
Bro, there's no way.
So anyway, Charles Barkley, hilariously, I mean, to me, this is so funny. Charles Barkley purposely got fat and overate a tremendous amount, to the point where he was 20 to 25 pounds overweight for when it came to the draft, because he did not want to be drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers. So he tried to get as fat as possible to not get drafted by Philly.
Philadelphia 76ers select Charles Barkley of Auburn University.
The round mound of rebound, tipping the scales, the latest at 300 pounds, and he now will be alongside Julius Erving and Moses Malone.
Pretty sure Moses Malone was still there, and basically told him to, get his ass in gear and to stop, messing around, and that he needed to be playing at a specific shape. I don't know if Zion has that voice, in the Pelicans right now that's saying it to him. And yeah, again, like I blame Zion for this, but like also it would be very helpful to have someone to step in and be like, yo, man, you gotta freaking stop this.
Especially, like I don't know, maybe Brandon Ingram, but I have my own theories about other stuff Brandon Ingram might be doing that could contribute to a potential increase in appetite for Zion Williamson. But
Brandon Ingram also bulked up too. He gained like 15 pounds. Hopefully, it's good muscle. I'm not sure why BI needed to bulk up, but hopefully it translates to some on the court action.
Dude,
go ahead.
No, go ahead, go for it.
I was just going to say. The Pelicans are a really frustrating organization because, it's like even when we get this amazing prospect, we're already like on the verge of like something going wrong. And this whole thing when they reported his foot and, they said he was going to be back for the start of the season. It's just like at this point, you're like lying to fans who are buying season tickets. And it's not the first time they've done something like this, If you're a fan and you're buying tickets for Zion and a product that you think is going to be much improved and Zion's not there when you know he's not going to be there, because at this point, it doesn't really seem like Zion's even close to returning. And I'm sure the Pelicans knew that. So why lie to the people who have been so faithful to your organization?
Nah, you're 100% right there. I feel like 100% they pulled the rug out from under their own fans. I feel like I've been listening, I listen to a ton of podcasts in general. I try to, stay up to date with the NBA, with, current NBA writers and everything. With the news of Zion's foot, the consensus among NBA writers at different, websites, The Ringer, The Athletic, stuff like that. A consensus was, wow, they really swept this under the rug and they made it not a huge deal. And wow, they really underplayed it. And I 100% agree with you, Coop. I think I feel like it's a certainty that they were trying to sell tickets. They were trying to sell season tickets. They didn't want it to make it seem like, oh, like when is Zion going to get back? Because who knows? I mean, there was a report that Zion hasn't been cleared to run yet. Like, is that report still true? That was only a few days ago that I saw it. So, I mean, when is Zion's target date? I feel like at this point, it's completely up in the air. And if you try to sell that to your season ticket holders, a lot of them are not going to renew because they're not going to know, okay, when is Zion going to play? What if he misses the entire year? Like, who knows?
On top of that, he's not in playing shape. He's got to lose like 40 pounds. Like, no joke, before I would feel comfortable with him even touching the floor again. Like, he's
because he could get hurt.
Trimmed down. Exactly.
But that's the thing. You're just,
It's like DeMarcus Cousins waiting to happen again. A part of me also, like, and this is super conspiracy theorist of me, a part of me is also thinking we've seen players like, of course I'm like, look, he's like, ooh, conspiracy, ooh, like, like there's been players that have broken their foots before. There's been players that have been out for an extended period of time before that are the size of Zion Williamson, and not all of them come back overweight. Like this whole concept of, hey, Zion broke his foot so he can't be active, I'm not buying it. Do you think there's a chance that he might be trying to pull a James Harden, trying to bulk up a little bit and try to force his way out of New Orleans?
I think there's no shot. I think there's no chance.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous. He hasn't got paid yet, and also he doubled and like tripled down on his IG about the fact that he doesn't want out. So why would you go to those lengths to be like, I don't want out, when you really do want out? It doesn't make sense in my head. But you never know, I guess.
I mean, I would say even taking that Instagram part out, just the fact that you're right, he hasn't gotten paid yet. And again, this is just a dangerous situation. Like, you can't be Zion running around the court like at 3:15 and playing basketball and with an already injured foot. Like, you could just suffer a career-ending injury, literally.
I agree.
So Zion, get your shit together, dude, because we all want you to be.
The Pelicans have a great team around him too. Just extend your foul.
Zion, we all want you here. We all want you playing, man. That's the same thing. What? Just a quick mini rant. Cade Cunningham was supposed to play the Chicago Bulls tonight, first ever professional basketball game.
He's out. I'm excited, man. I'm excited though.
But
I'm still
Cade's
excited.
out. Yeah,
Bro,
I know.
bro,
I mean,
bro.
I can't wait for basketball, but like, dude, a little bit of a disappointment not to be able to watch Cade in his first game.
Yeah, no,
Dude,
for sure.
At least against my own team.
I'd cry of laughter if the Detroit Pistons spanked the living
that would
hell
be-
out of the Bulls.
If the Bulls-
Yeah, I didn't want to say it.
Yo, if the Bulls take, I mean, I'll if the Bulls take like a bad loss to the Pistons with like Killian Hayes like dropping 35.
Yo, Jeremy Grant, bro.
Oh,
Expect
God.
the FaceTime from Flight Mike and me like
Who's
with
the
an evil
Pistons
laugh.
starting lineup without Cade? I'm interested.
Oh, they actually have some talent, kind of. Yeah, they have some talent. Probably
Dude,
Hayes,
I'll say
Grant.
the NBA in general.
Bay.
I feel like the talent level in the NBA in general has risen.
Oh yeah,
A very good amount in the last 5 to 10 years. I definitely see like on the horizon a team or two being extended into the NBA because like look at this talent. Like you look at like teams like the Houston Rockets or the Oklahoma City Thunder. When we were picking the standings, I'm like all of these teams have they're at least somewhat exciting. Like even the Orlando Magic this year, they've got they're I mean I wouldn't say they're good, but they've definitely got some, sneaky guys when they're like at points in the season when their team is healthy. Like they're gonna be an annoyance. There's not many rollover games.
I hope so.
I think the Magic are pretty okay. I mean better than worse. I'm saying better than the lowest
Well,
tier. I have the Magic 15th in the East.
Most teams have at least like one star. The Magic have no stars, or a guy that's like close to being a star. The Magic don't really have anybody.
I was just saying, I feel like the Magic are a worse team in the East. Than normally.
I'll agree.
Who are they? Who are they going to start? Who are they going to start at in their backcourt? J. Cole.
I feel like they gotta let Suggs start, right? Or
I love how Coop like snickered. He's like, I saw what you did there. Like,
I know what you mean.
It's actually really cute. They drafted Franz. I actually really like their draft. Jalen Suggs and Franz Wagner are two really, really solid pickups. I thought it was actually really adorable that they got Franz's brother Mo Wagner there as well. So.
And there you go, Pistons and Magic fans. There's your discussion for the next 3 months.
Yeah, he's joking. He's joking. It's a joke. It's a joke.
He's joking.
I'll go to bat
No.
for you guys.
I'll have you know. We're about to discuss Sacramento Kings talk here, buddy. So you better buckle down.
What's that supposed to mean?
What's
that supposed to mean?
Guys, I'm kidding. There's always that one comment though that's like, you haven't talked about the Memphis Grizzlies in 7 pots. And it's like, all right, you might be right. Sorry.
So, bro, do you guys did you guys hear about this bizarre Marvin Bagley situation? The man is finally healthy.
Yeah.
He's good to go. He's not in the rotation. This is the man that was drafted over Luka and Trey and hell, not even Luka and Trey. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Michael Porter Jr. Like, this is the number 2 pick in probably one of the most transcendent drafts that we've had in the past decade. And he's not playing tonight. I mean, he's not in the rotation at all.
Yeah.
But how is that possible to me? I mean, if you look at his raw numbers, I mean, I understand that he's
one of the worst defenders in the league. He's
been a disappointment, but he's that bad?
Yeah, no. Well, it just depends. Like offensively, I think he's okay, maybe even above average, but he's hands down one of the worst defenders in the NBA. Even though he has the talent, maybe he just needs the right system because the Kings are a bad defense as a whole, which might not be this year. I like what they've done, kind of. Could
be Luke Walton possibly. I mean, no, historically, like throughout his entire time, his rookie season, it's really hard to judge a player's defense. So I usually just go by defensive box plus minus. So rookie season, -1.5. Sophomore season, he only played 13 games. So we're not going to factor that much. But this past, like a year ago, 2020 to 2021, he played in 43 games as their power forward and had a -2.8 defensive box plus minus, and he wasn't even good on offense to make up for it. He had a -0.6 offensive box plus minus. So overall, he's a negative on the whenever he's playing, and that could be why. This is a wow. Do you guys think this is more Marvin Bagley being too raw, or do you think this is more the Sacramento Kings not knowing how to develop talent? Who are you blaming for this situation?
Well, first of all, I would like to point out that when you use stats like defensive box minus on a horrible team like the Kings, it doesn't work because they all have bad box minuses.
Maybe even Halliburton.
Halliburton's minus 0.9. Fox is minus 1.5. There's only 3 guys on the Kings roster last year that had a positive, and one of them only played 85 minutes, and one of them only played 341 minutes. So that's hard with a bad team like the Kings.
Okay.
But I will say Marvin Bagley. I just before Coop, I feel like maybe you know more about him as a player, but I just want to say in terms of the situation, they didn't extend him and they're about to lose him for nothing. It's kind of interesting that they haven't traded him already, or at least are playing him and trying to showcase him so that they're able to trade him, because benching him and putting him out of the rotation is just killing his trade value. So confusing move to me.
I don't understand. They're playing Tristan Thompson over him. Like, you're not a team that's
it's a good defense. They got to fix that defense, man. I don't blame them for that one. They have some guys that could defend. I really want to see I really hope the Kings take a leap this season, and if they do, it'll be because they got better defensively, in my opinion, and also because Halliburton and Fox are doing their thing.
It's really frustrating because I think this is like in terms of talent. When I look at this team, the talent's there. De'Aaron Fox, Davion Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton, Harrison Barnes, Buddy Hield.
I don't know about that. They do have some talent though, but in comparison to most of the other teams in the West, it's not like they're stacked. No,
most definitely. Yeah, you're right.
I would put them squarely in the middle between the teams that are basically absolute tank jobs this season and the teams that are going to be contending for play-in. I feel like they're going to finish around 13th.
Yeah. I think Fox needs more love, man. This past season, dude was just bonkers. He's gotten so much better every year, and just because he plays in Sacramento and they've been losing, he's kind of getting that Devin Booker treatment right now.
Yeah, he was incredible last year. On on all fronts, he was incredible last year. 3-point jumper started falling a little bit more. He felt more confident in taking it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the Sacramento Kings, man. What are they doing? They consistently have just had the worst management, or among the worst management in the NBA for a long time at this point. They wasted DeMarcus Cousins. I mean, are they about to waste De'Aaron Fox? It's looking like it.
Yeah,
they made a great draft pick with Halliburton, and I'll give them that.
I think that was luck. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I think the clock is right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I liked Halliburton coming in, but for the Kings to get him, I think that was a little lucky, man. Also, they got to trade Buddy too. I don't know what they're doing. They're just holding players hostage.
The statement. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know the statement that Marvin Bagley's his agent put out, he said, Sacramento has informed Marvin Bagley he is not in the opening night rotation, which is completely baffling. It's clear they have no plans for him in the future, and yet passed on potential deals at last year's trade deadline and this summer based on value. Instead, they chose to bring him back but not play him. What? What is going on?
Sacramento's the NBA equivalent of Siberia now. They sent, or the Gulag.
There had to be some team that was willing to offer some kind of decent deal for Marvin Bagley. Think that they could fix the former number 2 pick.
Tom,
I would think.
Edit out that part and just include the Gulag.
Okay. So continuing on with guys in the 2018 rookie class who did not sign an extension, we have Deandre Ayton, who becomes the first number 1 pick since Anthony Bennett to not sign an extension. A list he certainly does not deserve to belong in. Anthony Bennett, of course, a completely different situation. Now, if you two guys were running the Suns, would you give him the max is basically the question, because that's obviously what he's holding out for.
Yes.
Agreed.
Wouldn't question it.
So we got to know. Okay, good. We got to know. Okay, so Mike, you go first.
I think the rationale in this instance is, and bear in mind, they could still extend him after the season, and they could still match whatever contract he gets, which probably will be a max from a different team. I think this is more of a challenge to Deandre Ayton because, again, the thing that's going to make him the player that he was supposed to be when he was drafted number 1 overall. I don't know if you guys remember when he was coming out of the draft, he was getting a lot of comparisons to Cat, but Cat with all due respect to Cat, with a little bit more defense. So far, he's just been more or less, and I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying he's just an average player. I'm just saying he's not a max contract player. So far, he's been like a decent third, maybe fourth option, a guy that could catch lobs, a guy that could grab boards, a guy that's an interior presence on defense, which is a traditional center. And the thing is, you can pretty much get a player like Deandre Ayton that doesn't have as much upside for a fraction of the price. And if you're the Phoenix Suns, you're in this situation, and it's a very rare situation. The Phoenix Suns haven't been in a point where they're absolute contenders for about 15 years almost. They contended in 2010. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about the prime of the Mike D'Antoni, Steve Nash era, but for about 10 years. So with that being said, you can't really afford to go out and pay what is essentially a dinosaur in the philosophy of basketball in terms of DeAndre Ayton's role. You can't afford to pay a traditional center max contract money. Now, the thing is, DeAndre Ayton, I've always said this, has the ability to potentially develop a three-point jumper. I mean, this is a guy that averaged 76% from the free throw line. You guys already know my free throw rule. If you hit a specific percentage, you have a higher chance of being able to take a step back and potentially develop that jump shot throughout your career. And he's made some shots. When you look at his shooting, his shooting percentage by distance, there are some shots that he's able to make from 3 to 10 feet away from the basket, but he just doesn't take a lot. And he doesn't take a lot of 3-pointers either. So if this is something that he's willing to work on this year, then yeah, I say pay the guy. But if not, I'm not saying don't pay him at all. Just don't think he's worthy of the max.
So apparently DeAndre Ayton wanted a 5-year max from the Suns, and the Suns raised the concept of a 4-year or even 3-year max. But those talks, of course, didn't progress. So apparently the big discussion here is the 5-year versus the 4 or 3-year. With that being said,
yeah, that completely changes my take altogether. Yeah, that's just stupid. If you ask me, that's absolutely baffling.
So
to
they
me.
just didn't do the 1 year.
yeah.
That's
Why?
insanity. What?
Someone in the front office is like a freaking,
oh my god, no,
sees into the future and sees DeAndre Ayton going.
So
down
wait, hold
that
on.
year?
You're telling me the billionaire Robert Sarver is who, by the way, is notorious for this. He's known for being a huge cheapskate. Came out and said, "All right, DeAndre, we'll give you the max, but not the 5-year. We're only going to give you 4 or 3." I understand if he was if he wasn't performing up until his expectations to a certain extent, I guess I could respect that. And maybe if you wanted to challenge him, I guess I understood that. But I don't think DeAndre Ayton belongs in the conversation with players like Markelle Fultz and Anthony Bennett. You know what I mean? When
we look at some players that have been getting the max, I'm just like, hell yeah, give Ayton that. Just give it to him. I think he's earned it at this point. I thought at times, he looked like the best big in playoff series. I think when you look at the Phoenix Suns 5, 6, 7 years from now, you're thinking about Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. You're locking into those two guys. So I'm not sure they're going to have flexibility to. Well, I mean, they might. Maybe they will have the flexibility to go out and get another star, or they'll attract another star. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking about Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton in Phoenix when I think about the Suns.
I had no idea that it was just a year. That's hysterical. Being a billionaire and say, I'm going to try to...
And I definitely don't think he's a dinosaur at all. I actually I like his skill set. It's kind of what you want in a modern big. I mean, maybe if you call him like a modern dinosaur, all right, maybe, but
I wouldn't call him a dinosaur. I mean, guy's got defensive versatility. He's able to hit a mid-range jump shot that already has been proven on the stat sheet for an entire season. He's got good to great touch around the rim.
He's rangy too. Yeah, I mean,
he's literally a guy, like a 70% shooter from inside. And also during the preseason, he has been showing it looks like he's testing out that 3-point shot. That's a nice addition. I like that he's doing that, but I like to see, maybe add a little bit more to the post game and just continuing to progress. I mean, now he's in talks of being potentially a defensive player of the year candidate going forward in his career. I think it's a guy you absolutely pay for, especially looking at Phoenix. I mean, what else are they gonna do? Now, I'm not necessarily saying that this is one of those situations where it's like, okay, you have to extend him because what else are you gonna do? But really, in this case, you're just going to lose your former number one pick. And now what are you left with? I mean, the Phoenix Suns they're not known for signing big name free agent talent. I mean, they did sign Steve Nash, but that was before he was known as an MVP. They haven't really been signing top guys. When you're in that kind of situation, I feel like you got to just, double down on your own drafted talent. And then maybe if you do want to attract a third star, maybe you're able to develop some of your guys and trade for one. Or if Deandre Ayton is able to make that climb up to Defensive Player of the Year and become an all-star level player along with Devin Booker, then getting that third guy is that much easier. Or maybe just the pieces around you on that team just, translate into a championship contender too. I mean, the Suns have, a good team around them.
It's kind of disgusting considering the fact that they literally just gave a 36-year-old Chris Paul a 4-year, $120 million contract that they're not willing to pay.
I'm actually going to raise you, and I'm going to say it's disgusting that they gave Shamet, who I love, $43 million. Yeah, that's kind of
You could also throw out the word
crazy.
Disrespectful. That this is your number one pick. It seems like, you're taking care of everyone but him. Bridges also got a contract extension, which was good to see because I thought that with this whole Ayton talks, I was like, oh, maybe they're not going to extend Bridges, but he got one.
It's not like any free agents are going to Phoenix. You know what I mean? I don't see Kyrie Irving hitting free agency or opting out and saying, all right, I'm going to sign with the Suns. This is your number one pick that, he's not Luka. Yeah, he's not Trey.
Whoa. Hey, to be fair, that's in part due because the Suns haven't been good and they've been so dysfunctional. And we know that dysfunction rules all kind of when it comes to these things. And that was a major reason why the Knicks weren't getting anybody for so long, despite everybody always gassing up in why, which I'm sure it's great. I've never been.
I could see. So I feel like historically, Phoenix just isn't really a major free agent destination, but I could see that potentially change with Devin Booker as the head of their franchise, as their franchise guy, because I feel like Book would be a much better recruiter than past stars that they potentially have. So I would be interested down the road. You could see maybe a guy signing with them. But yeah, I mean, I feel like you keep DeAndre Ayton. I don't like that this is now going to drag into the season. We heard reports that this is just now awkward and stuff. Those are just not words you want to hear when you're on your Chris Paul timeline of you want to be getting the most out of your talent and be competing for a championship this season again. So I don't really like it, but
on top of that, Phoenix is a dope city.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome.
I've been there. I was there when I was 14, but I'll take your word for it. It was cool. It was really cool when I was there. I actually went to a Phoenix Suns game when I was there. I saw Steve Nash play.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, it was cool. So guys, we are doing, for the first time ever and for the first of many, we are doing a season predictions challenge. Okay, so in front of us, we all have predicted the standings for the Eastern Conference, the Western Conference, and we've predicted all of the awards. Now, what we need from you guys, hopefully, is an idea for a good forfeit, because we do not have one currently at the moment, but if we see a good one, post it in the comments. We will 100% be using that. So, guys, I think. And also, we could go into the scoring system, but we're confused by it ourselves. So just trust us when we get there. Should we start with the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, I just want to say this real quick. I might have to adjust where I have the Pelicans based on the scoring system that we just came up with on the fly.
Wow.
I'm really not trying to do a forfeit.
This dude has no faith.
Like, yo, no.
Bro, this dude has no faith in his team, bro. I'm disgusted.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well,
I have no faith in them.
we don't have to submit these official lists, so just whatever you say, Tom can tally up and just Tom, maybe you can create shout out to Tom, our editor. Tom, maybe you can create a nice little graphic that we could post on our Twitters or something so that we could follow through throughout the year. All right, so I'll start off with this one. I've got the Detroit Pistons.
I got the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, I got the Detroit Pistons as well.
All right, so we're all safe on that one. Number 14, Orlando Magic.
I have the Orlando Magic.
I have the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, spicy. Number 13, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I also have the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I have the Orlando Magic. By the way, make sure you guys change up your work just a little bit so it's not obvious that you guys copied off each other.
Wait. Shut up. But I am curious. Out of those three teams, do you think any could surprisingly, make a little bit of a leap up?
Yeah.
And why is that team the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Yeah. Come on, man. They got Evan Mobley. I love Jared Allen. Darius Garland's going to take a leap. That's a fact right there. I could see this guy being a 2010
I believe
player.
in Darius Garland. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Sexton's going to do what Sexton does. They got Lowry now. They have talent. It's just about figuring out everybody's fit, putting it together. Honestly, I might have them too low. I'm not going to lie to you. I might have to revisit that.
I mean, there's a lot of talent, under there. Yeah, but the Cavs for sure, I would say out of that list, I could see them, making a little bit.
I love Jared Allen.
Maybe they end up 10 something. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not
for
saying
sure.
the playoff.
They do have talent. Larry Markkinen off the bench is crazy. It's a weird sight for me because at one point in time, Larry Markkinen was my self-described favorite player in the NBA.
He was the franchise, bro.
He was my franchise, and now he's a Cavalier.
My franchise. Yeah.
But I mean, for sure.
That's like me with Nikhil.
Yeah. But how's he been?
Nikhil?
Yeah.
Man, I love him. I think he's going to take a massive leap with Zion out. He's had 2 good preseason games, 2 bad preseason games. So, tonight I'm going to be on the edge of my seat trying to scope game.
I feel you. I mean, I'm hoping for a 20-point blowout against the 15 Detroit Pistons. What's going on with Colin Sexton, man? Colin Sexton, no contract extension either.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It seems like his teammates don't like to play with him.
Yeah, some of the stories that surround Sexton, I don't want to say they don't make any sense, but they're a little harsh.
They're one. Colin Sexton is one of those players where it's like where there's smoke, there's fire. And it just seems like there's smoke surrounding Colin Sexton for some reason. Not exactly sure exactly why. If you look at this, it's just raw stats: 24.3 points per game, 4.4 assists per game, 47.5% shooting last year. As a 22-year-old, looks great, looks incredible. But for some reason, it feels like the Cavs are just not all in on him, or even half in on him.
I mean, they probably just want more centers, man. They love them. They need Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. I know Kevin Love isn't a center, but we'll just throw him in there just for.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about Kevin Love.
Oh God, yo, I'm not gonna lie. My number 12, I'm regretting my number 12.
Yeah, who you got? Who you got?
No.
Yo, come on.
Say it.
Yeah,
Toronto Raptors. That's what I have.
I got him at my number 12 as well. If it makes you feel.
Whoa.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I pulled a switch on the fly. But
whoa, what do y'all know that I don't?
Lists were not locked in until the end. Is my rule.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't even say who I got. I got the Washington Wizards.
Is Mike getting mad at me?
No. I mean, I kind of expected.
I got the Wizards
to, like, win.
I got the Wizards.
To cheat to win?
I mean, yeah, man.
How? I had the Hornets, and I don't like it.
They did cheat to get Lonzo Ball, so yo.
I mean, Bulls fans be doing that, bro. Tampering and tampering.
All right, do you want me to
right now?
Tamper.
I'll stick with the Charlotte Hornets at 12 if I have to. That was what
you
I
have
meant.
you have the Charlotte Hornets at 12, bro.
I switched them with the Raptors. I have the Raptors at 12.
Okay.
All right, comment section.
All right.
Let us know if
Tom.
we were
No, my
it.
answer is the Raptors. I was not biased by anything. I'm the one going first.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
I got the
fine. I'll allow
Wizards.
it.
I got the Wizards 12.
Okay, I have the Wizards 11.
I do too.
I have the Pacers. Man, I hope I don't regret this. I have the Pacers 11.
Yeah, so my thoughts with the Pacers are, I feel like they're being, we'll go down. I only have them slightly higher at 9, but I feel like they're being slept on a bit, especially with the nice coaching change, and it feels like that roster kind of just is getting swept under the radar. But continuing down, all right, so 11, so okay, I had Wizards, you had Pacers, Wizards. 10, now I have Charlotte Hornets.
I have Hornets 10 too.
I have the Pacers at 10.
Okay, and so then number 9, I have Indiana Pacers.
Number 9, I got Toronto Raptors.
Number 9, I got the Boston Celtics.
Oh, that's spicy.
Wow.
That's
Yo, that's
spicy.
super spicy. Yo.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
fun. That's
you
fine.
got explanation for why.
I think they regressed tremendously. I had a conversation with a Celtic fan in particular yesterday that I just kept looking at their roster over and over again, and as a result of like this heated discussion I had with a Celtic fan while I was playing 2K last night. And bro, this team has regressed like crazy this year from last year to this year. They lost Kemba Walker. They get back an aging Al Horford. They're bringing in a brand new head coach. They lost
the
most
Kemba
important.
Walker replacement is Schroeder.
Don't bro, I'm a Laker fan. Don't get me started on Schroeder. They have Enes Kanter, Josh Richardson, Jaylen Brown. Of course,
Robert
Marcus
Williams
Smart
is going to be the health of Robert Williams is going to dictate a lot. I feel like, and the development of Robert Williams. A lot of people are expecting Robert Williams to burst out and become one of those, typical successful centers in the NBA today. An athletic guy that plays defense and can rim run. So we will see if that is the case. But he is notoriously always injured. So
you also have a rookie head coach.
Yeah, but I'll say with that, I mean, you got a rookie head coach with, a very experienced head coach looking over him still in the front office. But yeah, I mean, you're definitely correct with that. We'll see. I don't have the Celtics too far ahead. Wait, so my number 9 was Indiana Pacers. What was your scoop?
I have Toronto Raptors.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so not many changes, but these small changes will definitely add up when it comes to the points.
Definitely going to add up, bro.
All right, so number 8 I have, and I'm sorry, but you're going to be mad at me, Knicks fans, but New York Knicks.
Whoa!
I think overachieved a bit last year, and while I do believe that RJ is going to have a nice and a great season, I think he's gonna showcase his abilities and maybe take another step forward. I just feel like the rest of the East has just gotten a lot better.
Oh wow, that's intense.
All right, number 8. Who else?
Go
Mike. I want you to go first for this one.
I got the Charlotte Hornets at number 8. They had a great season last year. I'm expecting them to build off of it. It seems like, I know it's only been preseason, but I love James Bouknight. I think they made some solid offseason contributions, and they're ready to take that next step. You
know what I will say about Kelly Oubre is that Warriors fans were going off on how much they hate Kelly Oubre, and I literally read a quote. There was a Reddit comment that had like 100+ upvotes just in the Warrior subreddit, so that's a lot of upvotes for them. And it was like, if Oubre plays tonight, we lose by 20. They hate him. They think he's just such a ball stopper. So it'll be interesting to see what he does on that roster.
Man, I'm about to get
number
some
8
hate for this one, yo. I'm about to get hate. I just got the Chicago Bulls.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, I feel like with the Chicago Bulls, you know, we gotta prove it. I mean, even on my own list, I have the Bulls at 6.
Okay,
you know.
So that's not that bad. That's not that bad.
Wow.
But I could easily see them outperforming 8 at this point. And man.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, I could, you know, be sleeping on my own team. I feel like the Eastern Conference is so deadly
Honestly,
this year.
I think
so
it's better
talented,
to sleep
it's
on
crazy.
your own team. I think it's better to sleep on your own team and let them prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I'm not believing in them. I'll be watching every single freaking game, but I'd rather, I mean, as a Bulls fan, rather have my hopes be surpassed than get them dashed.
I have the Chicago Bulls at number 7. Yeah, Chicago Bulls number 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where I have the Boston Celtics.
I got the Knicks 7.
Okay, so that's like basically the same teams. All right, well, continuing on. Number 6, I have the Chicago Bulls.
I got the Knicks.
I got the Boston Celtics.
Okay. Wait, so Coop, you still have the Knicks in top 5?
Oh no, I had Knicks 7.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. Okay, so our top 5s are all the same. We all have Milwaukee, Miami, Brooklyn, Atlanta, and Philly in some order.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So it's actually kind of cool because we've kind of have our own tiers here. Not really anyone has made too much of a reach, but again, these little things are going to make a huge difference. All right, so for number 5, I have the Philadelphia 76ers.
Me too. I got Philly.
I got the Miami Heat.
Okay. My explanation why for Philly is, of course, the uncertainty surrounding them. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Ben. I'm not sure if they're going to get what value they're going to get. I'm not sure how long this is going to be a distraction. Of course, Philly could make, you know, a trade that could propel them to number 1 on this list potentially. You know, I really doubt it at this point, but remains to be seen.
Yeah. Man. All right. Next.
All right. So, number 4, I have Atlanta Hawks.
I have the Hawks
Same.
4 too.
Same.
too.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Look at
All
us,
right. So
man.
we're all consistent with the Atlanta Hawks. I feel like 4 is a good spot for the Hawks. You know, they may have been seen as overachieving last year in the playoffs, but again, this is a very tough top of the East. So number 3, I have the Brooklyn Nets just based on injuries and such, just based on I don't think they'll be playing with their full roster throughout the whole year.
Yeah. I have the Miami Heat 3.
Okay. Honestly, if I could redo this list, I would probably put them up there. But you know, I already put them where I put them. I'm not going to change it mid pod. So
I might have them too high, bro. This is crazy.
Wait, you're saying the Heat 3? The Heat are 2 for me, so I feel like
okay, that makes me feel a little better.
I got the Sixers at 3.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna, man, I wonder how close this competition's gonna be, or maybe the West will be different.
Oh
Maybe
my gosh.
we'll have different teams in the West. All right, this is definitely close. So
who do
2
we
I've
have
got
at-
the Heat.
2.
Okay.
I have the Brooklyn Nets, and I really want to move them down, bro. I love you, Brooklyn. I'm sorry, but I don't know how I feel about Kevin Durant taking like 30 shots every night and trying to will his team to victories alongside James Harden, who looked gassed in his first game. I think they are going to sorely miss Kyrie, and you know, I don't want no injury problems or anything, but I think I have them too high, bro.
I mean, I have the Brooklyn Nets at number 2 as well, and I don't know. I feel like at some point or another, Kyrie Irving gets the jab and comes back. Like
On top of that, I like Steve Nash as a player. I don't think he's a good coach.
I feel like this is too, like, I feel like he decided to go, like, and, enter coaching, and just getting this Brooklyn Nets team is just on, like, Hall of Fame difficulty. You know what I mean? Like, so many personalities to juggle, so many expectations in a large market. Like,
I mean,
dude, just coaching Kyrie in general is just that. Like, normally, you would say that about, like, maybe KD, because it'd be hard to, coach like such a great player as Kevin Durant, get him to listen to you just in general. Nothing against KD, but like just this whole Kyrie Irving drama and fiasco, like, yeah, it must be incredibly tough for a head coach who's not as experienced. Like, I mean, it's rough.
They started a player yesterday by the name of, hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. Okay, they actually didn't start him. I think he came off the bench, but I don't think Javon Carter should be in their rotation, and him getting 30 minutes just kind of rubbed me the wrong way when I know the Nets have talented players and players who could fill that role. Yeah, free Cam, bro. Like, what's going on?
Yo, I feel like that was, honestly, I'm not going to lie, I feel like that game for the Milwaukee Bucks was a statement. And that is why I'm very happy to say that I have the Miami Heat number 2, with my reasoning being that I feel like it's going to be a hungry Miami Heat team. I do think that we'll see improvements from Tyler Hero. Kyle Lowry obviously will bring a lot, but I just think this is going to be a hungry team with Bam and Jimmy and all them. And during the regular season, that counts for a lot. But number 1, I think that I'm going with the consistent Milwaukee Bucks. This team has been consistently great for years at this point. And again, I think they made a statement last night. Man, like, they always say it's really tough to win on championship, ring night, when you getting all of that with all the emotions and everything. And you had a Brooklyn Nets team that was coming at your neck, the team that you won in overtime in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, where Kevin Durant, his foot's not on the line. The Nets very well could advance and win, and I thought that was a very tough environment for Milwaukee, but man, they looked great. I really think that they are going to win the Eastern Conference this year, and I could easily see them in the NBA Finals again, especially if this Brooklyn situation doesn't, clear itself up.
I have the Bucks 1 also. The only reason I think they might not be 1 is if they coast in the regular season, which I could definitely see happening because they're just so good that they know they're going to be in the big games at the end of the season. So
could happen. It could happen.
Yeah, I can't see. I don't see them coasting. Giannis has like a specific type of intensity that, man, it's just so refreshing to see in today's NBA. I don't know.
To be fair, they did coast last regular season, which is also a reason that I brought that up. They were very experimental. They only won 46 games. They were much better than 46 games. I definitely think that'll happen again this season.
Okay, yeah. So there is our East preview. Last year the top of the East was decided by 3 games, and the top of the West, the top 2 was decided by 1 game. So it's going to be very interesting. I feel like the East is going to be really close again, just like it was last year. But we'll see. I mean, all right, heading over to the Western Conference, maybe we will have more of a switch up on this one. So I like what we're doing here. Number 15, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I'm not really sure if I love it at all, but
I love it.
I feel like there's 15. Okay, yeah. You both agree? Yeah.
I give them like 15 games before, even if they're winning, they just start shipping off guys like, oh, you're not supposed to be doing that. Get the fuck out of here.
My only, of course, thing is that, Shea, and he's actually an established, very good player, near all-star level talent. But I just feel like the rest of that roster is lacking a lot. Draft picks can't play games, and the Oklahoma City Thunder are still in a complete rebuilding phase. Anyone else have anything to say about the Thunder?
I just love what they do. They build up players, and once they build them up, they trade them. Like, it's foolproof.
It's like 2K. If you started
they're straight up playing my league.
You get the number 1 pick every year. and then they don't pan out quite the way you want. They're not perfect, so you trade them for next year's number 1 pick. All right.
My number one contender of getting his stock built up and traded in the middle of the season this year is Derek Favors. I expect him to get shipped off
I'm interested to see Poku this year. I want to see some improvements from him.
I like Poku, and I like Darius Bagley.
Okay, cool. So there you go, Oklahoma City Thunder fans. I'm just kidding. But number 14, Houston Rockets for me.
Got San Antonio.
Same. I got San Antonio.
Okay, I see where San Antonio definitely is coming from. I just feel like, I feel like Pop is just gonna win games where he shouldn't. But
yeah,
that's the only explanation I have.
Pop's gonna have another season shooting the least threes in the NBA or being near the bottom. So I don't know, man. But you're right, he will. He's
just a competitive coach, like when it comes down to the end of the season, where it's those games are supposed to be like gimmies against the bad teams that are tanking. I don't know if Pop is gonna have it in his competitive nature to full on tank. So we will see. With that said, I guess that means I'm a little disrespectful here because I should have. I feel like I should have moved the Spurs up here, but I will go with my original list. And I do have the Zion news is unsettling, and I have the New Orleans Pelicans at number 13.
Oh my god!
Yo, you're wild, bro.
If the Pelicans don't have Zion for a while, like it's looking like they're gonna get in a hole fast.
They're a good team without Zion, bro. They have talent without Zion.
I wish I could put the Spurs here.
This is your reasoning is so bad.
I wish I could put the Spurs here. How is my reasoning so bad?
Because they have talent outside of Zion. Better than the 13th seed, especially.
I said I wish I could put them at 12.
You didn't.
I wish I could go back, but I can't. So
but you said you cheated earlier. Why not cheat?
All right, fine. I put San Antonio Spurs 13, Pelicans 12. Tom, lock it in.
Oh, it's so much better, but Pelicans fans, I'm fighting for us, bro. I'm fighting.
All right, so fine. Then I have the Spurs 13, and then I have the Pelicans 12. Who do you guys have?
I have the Rockets 13.
I have the Rockets 13.
All right, then 12.
The Kings.
Pelicans, freaking. I have the Kings 12 too. I think they have the potential to outperform.
So you have the Kings spot. 11,
bro. I think the Kings have their backcourt just has too much talent, in my opinion. I think Halliburton is like so slept on. If you watch him play, I'm not going to say. I can't say what I was going to say. I'm going to get too much hate.
Now say it.
I'm going to get too much hate, man. He's got a little Curry to his game to me. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I like Halliburton a lot.
That's a statement. Okay.
I like Halliburton a lot. High hopes for him.
I like Halliburton a lot as well. I don't really see the Steph comp, but
well, no, it's not a full on comp. It's just like some of the ways that he creates separation and how fast he gets some of his 3-pointers off is unbelievably impressive. I've watched his season highlights. I watch a lot of Kings games. He's so crafty, and it's like uncanny how well he gets to the basket too. I like Halliburton. I'm not saying he's like Steph Curry or going to be the next Curry, but with some of his shot creation, I do see some similarities to the way Curry gets some shots off.
I mean, he could take a leap. We will certainly see.
I'm all in on the Halliburton leap.
Yeah, I also agree. I think Halliburton will take leap too. I think that backcourt is solid. I think there's a reason that the Kings, have made him untouchable for sure. I mean, they see him more than anyone else, and he's been a great draft pick for them.
Love his game.
Continuing on, so for number 11, I have the Sacramento Kings there.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Minnesota Timberwolves as well.
Yes.
Okay, so I have Minnesota a bit up at number 6. No. I'm at number 9. No.
I was about to say
Pelicans like this.
No. Okay. So continuing, 10. I have the Memphis Grizzlies.
I also have the Memphis Grizzlies.
I have the New Orleans Pelicans at 10.
Okay. So my thoughts with Memphis are I also think that they could potentially move up here. I think 10 might be on the low side for them with a healthy Ja and Jaren Jackson Jr. We'll see.
I agree with you, but I think they're going to miss Valanciunas a lot. And that's also why I have the Pelicans rated way higher than, well, I guess not way higher, but higher than both of you guys. I think at times Valanciunas was the best player for them, or maybe that's crazy. I'm not going to say that. He was definitely the second best player for them. And, against the Utah Jazz, I thought he looked really good, and they would have got blown out in a lot of those games versus them. I'm all in on Val, bro. I like him. I like him a lot.
Okay. I would like to make it clear again, this whole Zion situation is in my head. I honestly, it seems really bad to me. So, I mean, I think again, there's no clear end in sight to it. That is what has me with the Pelicans at 12. But
yeah.
So, all right. So 10, I had Memphis, and number 9, I have the Minnesota Timberwolves there.
I have the Portland Trail Blazers.
I have the Portland Trail Blazers as well. They got worse, and they have a brand new head coach. I don't see them improving.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of controversy surrounding Chauncey too. So,
oh yeah, that controversial story that came out about him.
Yeah, we'll see. 100% could happen. With Minnesota, I just feel like with a healthy Cat and with D'Lo and all them, I feel like, I mean, this is just the put up or shut up season. If this doesn't work out, I don't really know what happens with Cat's future and with everything going on there, because if I was Karl Anthony Towns and we were not at least somewhat near the playoffs at this point, I might be forcing my way out. But at number 8, I did have the Portland Trail Blazers, but I can definitely see your guys' points being made. What do you guys have?
What are you thinking right now, Mike?
I got the LA Clippers.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's dense. Yo.
Really? I don't think it's.
Whoa, yeah. Really? Oh, well, I mean, I have them 6, but I mean 8. They look good without Kawhi. They look good without Kawhi in the playoffs.
Yeah, but there's a lot of talent. There's too much talent.
Yeah, it's not the Clippers are bad. It's just everyone else is really good.
I mean, I respect it. I guess I'm just higher on and I think Lou's a good coach. I guess I'm just higher on the Clippers than you guys, and I think some of those guys take a step forward. I think we're going to see another I think we're going to see playoff Reggie Jackson throughout the season, Well,
if that's the case, he got freaking underpaid.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I wanted him. I wanted the Pelicans to go out and get Reggie Jackson. I might have rather Reggie over Devontae Graham, but, the past is the past.
We will see. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's regular season
I like
now,
Devontae, though. I like Devontae, too.
All of our answers are about to be... All of our questions are about to be answered.
We're on 8, right?
Who'd you have?
We're on 8?
Yeah.
I got the New Orleans Pelicans.
Okay. And... let's pray that Zion does have a dietitian coming.
That's assuming Zion misses. I'm not really factoring Zion into my decision. That's assuming he misses a good chunk of games. I think Nikhil takes a step forward. I think Trey Murphy's a great rookie. I like Najee. I like some of the depth pieces that we have, and I think Valanciunas is a tank. We'll see. I like my.
We
Pelicans.
will see. Could cost you a forfeit. It could cost me a forfeit. That's a difference maker. That's 4 spots. Okay, so number 7, I do have the Los Angeles Clippers.
I have the Dallas Mavericks.
I have the Memphis Grizzlies.
Ooh, Memphis. So what's your reasoning with Memphis being at 7?
I mean, I just think John Moran takes another step forward this year. I see him and Jaren Jackson Jr. taking another step this year. Just their development in general. That's pretty much the basis of my argument. I just see Ja and Jaren taking another step forward this year.
I'd also like to add in Dylan Brooks is really underrated. Phenomenal player. Any team would love to have him. That being said,
Steven Adams is a presence down low.
I don't know about all that. But I think he's a good fit alongside Jaren Jackson.
I would say he fits better 100% with this roster than with
New Orleans. 100%. There's no
so
question.
Much better.
There's no
so
question.
Much better.
But
and I would say the center position in the NBA is probably the one where the fit matters the most at this point.
Well,
when you have guys that are
issue,
specific talents.
One of the issues with Steven Adams that's not going away is the guy can't defend the pick and roll for his life. It's like he plays with ankle weights, and also he's not a good rim protector. He could defend the post, but if you're looking for rim protecting, he's not really going to give you that. At least he didn't with the New Orleans Pelicans. So
I would just like to point out that the Bulls game is about to start at 7:00. And the spread for the Bulls is only -5. That's scaring me. But only 5 points against the Pistons. But yeah, so I mean, you watch Steven Adams closer. You watch Steven Adams closer than anyone. I haven't had a full season watching him as like a fan. So
it'll be interesting. Honestly, if he beasts, then I'm gonna have no hope for the Pelicans because obviously like we're just.
Yeah,
screwed.
that would suck.
Yeah,
that would suck. All right, well for 6, and for 6 I have the Dallas Mavericks. I really am. I feel like again, you know, this is another season. This is another like really big season. In terms of, you know, Minnesota's big for Cat. This is going to be big for Luka. I feel like going forward. I feel like Dallas at 6. I mean, we'll see.
You think
Jason
they got
Kidd.
better?
I feel like I liked, you know, their one addition of whoever they added.
Moses Brown?
Reggie Bullock, right?
You like Reggie? I mean,
I liked him.
He's okay.
I like that addition.
All right.
And I like that addition, but more so I like everything that I've been hearing from Luka and KP and from Dallas. I feel like I've only been hearing positive things coming out of that situation.
Believe in Jason Kidd, and I think there's a legit chance that they start 2 bigs once KP is healthy. I don't like that. Their obsession with playing big is kind of disgusting. But you know, when people zig, you zag, right? So I guess we'll see.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
I think
it'll be interesting.
I think they improved tremendously. This roster is completely remade from the ground up. You know, adding my man Moses Brown out of my alma mater, UCLA. Of course, adding a former lottery pick in Frank Ntilikina is going to make all the difference. And
you ask Knicks fans, that's right.
I feel like, you know, Jason Kidd, a Hall of Fame resume as a player and not a head coach. I think this team is definitely going to marginally improve as a result of.
So you have them at 6?
I have them at 6, yeah. And by the way, I was being 100% sarcastic. They barely made
any
change. Yeah,
Bro,
you were like looking at me. I'm like, is Coop getting this?
Is of course Luka.
No, Luka, yeah. And maybe like there's some hope. They could go up if Jason Kidd somehow figures out a way to get KP more involved. And I think there is a chance that he could figure that out, more, believe it or not. Call me crazy. I think there's a chance. I could be wrong.
It's happened.
I mean,
teams like head coaches have failed and you know, found success. It's happened.
Yeah, this could be. I mean, this sounds like a problem that Jason Kidd could fix. I mean, he has. He had a similar, to a point, similar type of play style to Luka Doncic when he. I mean, minus the shooting, but in terms of the playmaking and the creating. So I feel like creating opportunities for Kristaps Porzingis is something that he could. Figure out.
I think him and Luka are gonna clash, and I think it's gonna get ugly. So it'll be interesting.
KP or Jason Kidd?
This could be a needle mover. You know, you could end up winning the whole thing with this. Wait, but who? All right, so who do you have at 6? Who was it?
I have the Clippers.
Okay, the Clippers at 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you have higher that I don't have?
So we're in our top 5, gentlemen.
We're in our top 5,
number
gentlemen.
5. Los Angeles Lakers.
What?
Yo!
Are you kidding me?
What are you talking about? They're a playoff
Yo!
team. I'm not like ranking them 5th. I'm ranking them 5th in the standings.
Yo!
You're saying 5th in the West.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They came in 7th last year. What's so crazy?
Yo.
What is so
hurt.
crazy?
They were hurt last year.
Bro,
okay, they've got a bunch of old guys this year. They're playing for the playoffs. I have them 5th.
Yo,
That's
you
nuts.
think the Lakers are playing for the playoffs?
Ahead of them, I have the Nuggets, Warriors, Jazz, and Suns. Those are all great teams.
This cannot be Mike Korzemba from the What If videos, bro. Like, give me the real Mike Korzemba.
No, I mean, you never know. So, I mean, bro, I'm excited to see.
It's you
never know. Like weird things happen, you know.
I feel like the Jazz and Suns are going to continue to be regular season.
I mean, to be fair, if you said the Lakers were 7, were going to be 7 last year, everybody would have called you crazy. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on this one, Kristen. But it's bold. I like it.
I just feel like 82 game season. Freaking Anthony Davis gets hurt every year. LeBron's gonna be sitting out games. I mean, the whole idea behind the Lakers being able to finish better than the regular season was based on Russell Westbrook, which we haven't seen proof that that's gonna work out yet. So I feel like 5 is fair.
Well, to be fair, I think it works a lot better if Anthony Davis or Bron do go down. I think Westbrook steps into a bigger role and he's able to keep that ball rolling a little bit. But, I see what you're saying. I like it.
I think big. I mean, again, I just would rather have Nuggets, Warriors, Jazz, or Suns for the regular season.
Okay. Did Mike say who he had 5th?
No.
The Golden State Warriors.
I respect it. I have the Utah Jazz at number 5.
Whoa! All right, see, I think they're just such a regular season juggernaut.
They are. I actually like their team. Man, honestly, looking back at it, I probably swapped them and the Nuggets, but here we are. You never know.
If you want to swap them, go ahead, because I can
swap them. All right,
go ahead.
But I do like the Nuggets too. Yeah, I'll swap the Jazz and the Nuggets. Let me.
All right, so you have the Nuggets at number 5.
Yeah, I have the Nuggets 5. I have the Nuggets 5.
Okay, so I have the Nuggets at number 4, right around that area. Of course, if Jamal Murray was healthy, I might have went all the way number 1. Honestly, if Jamal Murray was healthy, I think that team is just lethal. But he's not, so number 4 sounds good.
Yeah.
I got the go for it, Coop.
I got the Jazz at 4.
Okay. All right. You already gave like an explanation.
Yeah.
I got the Phoenix Suns at number 4. If this Deandre Ayton drama drags on, could get a little funky.
The West is where this is going to be decided. I will say that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
It could get a little bit murky if the DeAndre Ayton drama gets worse. Chris Paul's getting older, but they're still competitive. Have them at number 4.
Okay. All right, number 3, Golden State Warriors for me.
Dang it, Kuzma.
I feel like this team with Steph. I mean, what we saw last night, they just look phenomenal. They look much improved from last season already. We haven't seen Wiseman yet. We haven't seen Clay yet, of course. I mean, I just think the Warriors have nowhere to go but up. And they're a team that's going to be trying all regular season for sure. They took no breaks last year. So Warriors number 3.
I agree.
I got the Los Angeles Lakers at number 3.
Oh, my goodness.
I think they're going to be competitive. There's going to be some games that Bron sits out that I feel like Russell Westbrook could just step up and kind of, at least offensively, fill the role that that LeBron James plays in terms of playmaking and running the offense. And then there might be some injuries down the line, but for the most part, I see them in the top 3.
I just want to say that my list is going to be amazing or go terribly because I think it deviates a little too much.
No, dude, this is hard. Trust. I'm with you, man. This is hard. It's hard to pick the standings. It's very difficult.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually nervous 3? Now. I had the Warriors. I had the Warriors.
Okay, yeah. All right, who's your number 2?
I got the Suns. I got the Suns.
Wow, after the Denver Nuggets.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then number 1, I have the Suns.
I have the Los Angeles Lakers finishing 1.
I like it a little bit. You have more faith in my team than I do.
Yeah, that's when I knew I made a mistake, honestly. When I had the Lakers above you, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it goes Coop has Lakers, then Mike, then me.
Yeah, I could be wrong, man.
That's funny.
I could be wrong.
I had the highest finish for the Bulls. Coop had the highest finish for the Pelicans.
It's just historically,
what does that say about you? What does that say about you, Mike?
Historically, just LeBron James's teams aren't necessarily known for being regular season juggernauts. Usually they might take a step back, in the standings in the regular season, and then just dominate come playoff time. But then you have teams like the Utah Jazz and the Denver Nuggets that are absolute demons during the regular season. So.
Yeah, for the Phoenix Suns number 1. I have Jazz number 2. I just think again, regular season, just juggernaut. I think that will continue, but I just think I have the Jazz a little bit ahead of them because They're an NBA Finals team, so they got that experience. They got that experience of beating a bunch of teams and, gaining a lot of confidence in themselves, but they still have a lot to prove. They still, of course, want to go back to the finals and win a championship. That team's going to be incredibly hungry with Chris Paul in his last few seasons, fueling the fire. I don't think the Deandre Ayton thing is going to affect their on-court play. I think it's probably going to be more of a situation where, it's awkward for management and him. But I think in terms of the coaching staff and in terms of the players, I'm sure they're all on board with Deandre, with him getting paid, and, they want him to get paid. So I'm not too concerned with the chemistry.
All right. So who are your six? So let's get to the awards.
I forgot about that.
The awards. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Let's go.
Let's start from sixth man.
We got to make these like 5 points each.
We got to do 6 man. Wait, actually, I didn't do 6 man. Wait, give me a second.
Dude's going to put like Kobe White.
I'm typing sixth man odds. All right. Quick.
Talk about cheating, bro.
Okay. Honestly, okay. All right. Yep, I will go with Wait, is he gonna be the sixth man though? I don't know. I don't see that. Okay, I'm gonna go with Joe Ingles.
Oh, okay.
I think it came down to Joe Ingles and Jordan Clarkson last year, and I think this year it goes the opposite way to Joe Ingles.
I don't see that, but
that was the voting, was it not? He came. I think he was third.
I mean, you probably have a good point. I just don't see Joe Ingles being sixth man of the year, but you never know. So I'm open. Who do you have, Mike?
I think I just threw.
I got Derrick Rose.
You think so? You have Derrick Rose?
I got Derrick Rose. Yeah.
That. Why do you think you threw Kuzma?
I don't know. I just maybe I'm just trying to outsmart myself.
You might be. I just can't.
Maybe I should have just taken Jordan Clarkson. I was thinking about Jordan Clarkson.
I feel like for sixth man of the year, you kind of have to be a chucker. I don't see Joe Ingles coming in and just chucking. He shoots good shots. Yeah.
However, maybe the Jazz just have an incredible season, and this time it's Joe Ingles' turn. Maybe it's his time. It's turn.
Have you seen Jordan Clarkson, bro? There's no shot he doesn't like. But yeah.
The thing is, my other explanation that, of course, I just picked this live. You guys watched me. My other explanation that ran through my head as I was picking it was that Jordan Clarkson, I feel had a very good, strong first half of the year, and he kind of tailed off towards the end.
Oh, okay. That's actually a good explanation. I have. We're talking about six man. Dang, I had 3 people. Is Tyler Hero starting? No, right?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. In the odds, Tyrese Halliburton was 5th.
I mean,
I didn't know he wasn't starting. Tyler Hero is listed as not starting. He's listed as the candidate number 10.
Okay. I'll take Tyler Hero.
Okay. So no one took Clarkson, so I don't feel too bad if he wins, because at least I didn't lose. So the odds actually went Jordan Clarkson, Kevin Huerter, Patty Mills, Joe Ingles.
I had Patty too. I was thinking Patty. Man,
Goran Dragic is on. Right. Goran Dragic. Wait, tell me how. All right, Tyrese Halliburton. These people have the same odds. Tyrese Halliburton, Goran Dragic, Kobe White, and Derrick Rose.
I changed it. I want
Derrick
Patty.
Rose would be up there.
Give me Patty. I want Patty.
So what about most improved player?
I got
Jordan Poole.
Why can't I pick 2 people? Damn, that's so safe. That's
the one. I gotta. That's. Yeah, I feel you gotta.
That's a great pick. I'm mad. It's so good. All right, go. Let Mike. Who you got?
Kevin Porter Jr.
Ooh, KPJ.
It's pretty bold.
That's nice.
I'm stuck between Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Tyrese Halliburton. I'm going to go with Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
I like it.
I feel like just a preseason narrative has been created around Jordan Poole, and now I'm just going with him because I feel like it's his award to lose headed into the season.
Who won most improved last season?
Julius Randle.
Oh, okay, fair.
However, other than that, most improved award has actually basically been like a springboard to NBA stardom. If you look at it. So there's a lot of heavy hitters like Giannis and Paul George, and there's a lot of guys on that list that win most improved. But yeah, continuing on, I mean, if Jordan Poole continues to play the way he played in the preseason, and puts up around 20, he's gonna definitely have the lights on him. Playing next to Steph and the Warriors on a great team, I think. So I can see it happening.
Such a good pick.
I hope. I mean, you're hyping it up now, but who knows?
No, I love that pick. If I just don't want to copy your pick. Like if you didn't pick Poole, I'm picking Poole.
Oh damn! I squeaked in there. Then it was I just shouted. All right. Well, continue on. I'll keep going first then. Just to keep it consistent. Defensive player of the year, coach of the year. Do you guys have a coach of the year?
Yeah.
I didn't put a coach of the year, but I could pick one now.
Yeah, off the head. Don't even put a lot of thought into it. Just go. Don't even look at standings and stuff. Look, he's doing research right now. He's cheating.
My coach of the year.
Look at his eyes.
I have
looking at my
Williams.
Look at his eyes. Look at us, Mike.
Looking at the teams. I'm just looking at the teams that I picked.
Okay. Yo, you put too much thought into this.
Okay, I have Michael Malone.
Wait, so mine
Mike
is
Malone?
Okay, I have Monty Williams with the thought process that they have a similarly great season and that he wins it this year when he came in second last year.
Dang, I had Monty. I'm going to change my selection.
You can keep Monty.
I don't want to. That's not fun, bro. Give me Quinn Snyder.
Okay. Quinn Snyder actually has better odds than Monty looking at this.
I like Quinn Snyder a lot more. I'm actually going to change mine to Quinn
Snyder. No.
Guess who the favorite for coach of the year actually is?
Willie Green.
Nah, it's Steve Nash.
Whoa. That's
Steve
actually
Nash.
Yeah, I'll take the. Can I bet that he's not going to get it? Yeah, is that a thing?
Fade him.
Is it possible to do that?
Eric Spoelstra is number 2. Billy Donovan, number 3.
What?
Damn, that would suck if Billy Donovan won and I was like, no. All right.
It would suck if your team was succeeding. Wow.
Yeah, the Bulls are. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Is either I'm right with the Bulls being 6 or whatever, but if I'm wrong and the Bulls are the 3rd seed and Billy Donovan wins coach of the year, then I'll just be happy.
Vegas knows too much. They're too close. That makes me think that I definitely have the Bulls too low.
That's why I'm scared that the Pistons and Bulls spread is only 5 points without Cade Cunningham. It's a weird spread.
Yeah.
Okay, so continuing on, so I could go watch that Bulls Pistons game. All right, so we've got defensive player of the year or rookie of the year. What do you want to do first? Defensive player of the year.
About rookie of the year. Oh, DPOY.
Defensive player of the year. I have Giannis.
That's a good choice.
I have Giannis because I think so. My thought process is that he's going to have a monster season, but he will not win MVP because he already has 2. I think that might eliminate him in the eyes of some voters, historically, kind of that. But I think he wins defensive player of the year instead. That's the narrative I've created in my head.
That's fair. I mean, I like it. I fuck with it, bro. Who you got, Flight Mike?
I got Anthony Davis.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to change my AD pick.
No, you don't have to. I had a feeling you're
the same guy.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd actually pick Anthony Davis as well. You don't have to change it.
I'm all in on AD this season. I'm too in to be a Pelicans fan. Yeah, screw it. Give me AD too.
Come on over.
I can't change this.
Come on over.
I can't change this one.
All right, cool.
Bro, we there's space for you on the Laker bandwagon.
I wonder
we'll
what
accept you.
I wonder
Bring
what the odds
Zion
are
with
for that
you.
one.
Yo, Lakers fans, would you guys take me?
Yeah, maybe you
Would
might
you
have
take
to.
me?
Yeah, I mean, you went number 1, so they definitely will take you. All right, so continuing on. All right, well, what's your thought process between AD, real quick, you guys, for
easy. The Lakers perimeter defenders, a lot of them just aren't very good. They got guys that like to take plays off. I'm not naming nobody. I'm not even on that type of time. I think AD is one of the best safety nets in the league. I think he gets you blocks, steals. I think without Anthony Davis, the Lakers defense would actually be pretty bad. And I think Vogel's specialty is the defensive side of the basketball. So all these things lining up, AD looks in great shape. Give me AD.
Fair, but you want to talk about Vegas knowing? So right now, currently, Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis, and Giannis are tied for 4th with Defensive Player of the Year odds headed into the season. For some reason, tied for 1st, we have Rudy Gobert and who? Ben Simmons.
I saw that.
Wow.
Bro.
Simmons.
Oh, man.
Wow,
Yes.
that is very
What do
interesting.
they know that I don't?
See, that to me is very scary. What do they know that I don't? Because how would he be tied for 1st with his current situation? It seems like he has no shot, but
Yeah.
okay, well, we're down to our final 2 awards, and we have Rookie of the Year, where I'm gonna go with Cade Cunningham. I'm going with Cade.
I'm going with Cade as well.
Give me Josh Giddey. Give me Josh Giddey, Rookie of the Year.
Whoa! Oh my God! Okay,
Josh Giddey, Roy.
if you believe in that one, you should bet it, because Josh Giddey is currently 30-1 to win Rookie of the Year.
Yo, what?
Yeah,
That might be the worst.
he's very down there.
I wanted to say Jalen Green, but they have so many.
3-1.
They have so many scores in Houston, bro.
That's my that was my thought process between okay, do I want Cade or Jalen or something? I feel like Jalen Suggs could be interesting, but again, they have a lot of guards. I feel like Cade is gonna with the NBA offense, I feel like he's gonna put up numbers.
I feel like opportunity is so big for Rookie of the Year, and hopefully the
Absolutely.
Thunder give Giddey the opportunity to shine. He looks so good in the preseason, bro.
Yeah, Giddey. Yeah,
Just makes
really
you
suck that
giddy
he,
for his game, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Giddy makes me giddy for the Rookie of the Year to be Cade, and for you to lose 4 points.
Gosh, bro. Yo, make the forfeit light. Like, chat comments, make the forfeit something light.
Forfeit. It's like a whole season long.
Nah, fuck that. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Make the forfeit light, bro. Yeah,
All right.
it could be a good one. It could be.
Okay. MVP. This is a really tough one, and I am gonna go with Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'll go with the favorite. I went with the favorite.
You think they're gonna change the way they select the award, or you see him averaging a triple double, or you see the Mavs finishing really high in the Western Conference?
I have the Mavs 6. I feel like around that top 6, I feel like the standings are going to be pretty close, at least in the 3 to 6 range. I am just assuming, and I feel like Luka is going to just continue to have a spectacular season with the potential to potentially, maybe him and KP play better and they do get into that top 4. But just looking at everyone else that is like an MVP favorite or around there, I just feel like Luka is my choice. I mean, my number 2 would have been Steph.
Oh, I love Steph. I love the selection of Steph. Who you feeling, Fly Mike?
Kevin Durant.
Oh,
If the Nets make it to number 2,
we got the health factor.
I mean, yeah, but if the Nets make it to number 2, KD's gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of stat padding. You saw him actually dishing assists when Kyrie Irving went down. More, not saying that that's not in his game, but like more potential for stat padding. Better storyline with Kyrie not getting the jab and Kevin Durant having to do all the heavy lifting. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if Harden was to win it, but I'm gonna go with Kevin Durant.
wow. So no love to Jokic, Embiid, who would have won it.
We're not
probably.
showing them love. We're just picking one guy.
No, but you don't understand like how I'm using love here. Like you're not. That's what I mean. Like you're not selecting Embiid or Jokic. That's what I mean by no love.
Well, Jokic, if Jokic wins back-to-back MVPs, suddenly, so like again, in my head, the NBA is the NBA MVP is very storyline based because it has been, of course, in the past. Yeah. And so like for Jokic to win back-to-back MVPs, that's putting him in historical air.
That's facts.
And
but
it could happen. It could happen.
Though, yeah, it would be crazy. I mean, Jokic is that type of talent. But Embiid, though, like. I mean, I could see the narrative forming where, he leads a broken down 76ers team to a pretty good record. And all of a sudden, remember, he was going to be MVP last season probably.
Is that who you're choosing?
Down. It's between Embiid and Braun. I don't want to go too far in on the Lakers. So give me Embiid. Sure. Give me Embiid.
All right.
I like that.
I like it.
I actually like that. Yeah, I actually like that.
All right, guys. All right. So there are our picks. That was super fun. I hope that in the future we could do something like this live, because it would be really cool to see your guys, chats and interaction as we do it. Remember, we need a forfeit, so come up with a good one, possibly, please, because we have not been able to come up with one. Or honestly, ours have been a little too extreme. So
Yeah.
What's
On
wrong
top
with
of
going
that,
to Waffle House for 24 hours and vlogging your experience?
I like
you don't
Waffle
wanna do
House.
that?
That's
because I just don't want to be there for 24 hours. It's so long.
I'll be in Waffle House for 4 hours.
Well,
If
the
that's
vlog
the
would
forfeit,
kill.
I want to win.
What if you set up just a streaming setup in there?
We'll start recording your YouTube videos in at
Yeah.
Waffle House. Like,
Oh my god.
Let us also know your picks for all of the awards, and also be sure to give us some would you rathers that you would like to see us discuss on the podcast. We're talking a lot more IRL coming soon. Podcast is going to be really fun, guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in.
Thank you guys. Subscribe, turn on post notifications, and it's gonna be a great season, baby. Hopefully, as I turn this off, the Bulls are winning.
If you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. Make sure to click on one of them. Again, I know you're gonna love it. And other than that, have a great day and peace.